Okay. Okay, everybody. If you can hear me, give me just one moment so I can set up our stream. Hello, all newcomers, and welcome back, fellow Eternians. I actually just caught up right in the middle of trying to get the stream set up, so you'll have to excuse me for being a few minutes late, but I did pop in the intro screen so at least everybody could get in and hang out. Okay, let's see. We should be jumping back in with me right about now. Hey, fantastic. There we go. Empire of Aeternia said, hey, yo, we started. Edwin Portilla said, greetings from the United Empire. I was not able to purchase the Eternia note due to financial reasons, but I intend to in the future. Fantastic, Edwin. I am glad to hear that. And it's good to see everybody since we have been back from our southern territory. I have a lot to talk about. We've done one stream since then, but now we are going to talk about a lot of stuff. White Wind joined us and said, first, good to see you, White Wind. Thank you so much for waiting. I appreciate it. Republic of Fielda said, hello, Military Republic of Fielda. Hope you're doing well. Evan, of course, always joining us in the chat saying, what's up, AP? How are you, Evan? I hope you're doing well. Serdum saying, hello, Serdum. Whiteman said, welcome to Eternia stream. Yeah, you welcomed everybody. I appreciate that. Kingdom of Perkai seems new, or Perkle seems new. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Fielda says, last time seeing the Empire, because I might be dissolving my republic. Also, why would that be the last time for you seeing us? You could still hang out. Perkle said, why? Leanna said, greetings, everyone. Leanna, I actually have some fantastic news that you're going to be hype about. Military Republic of Fielda said, it's hard for me and distracts me too much, and I haven't even filmed in months. That doesn't mean that you should dissolve your republic necessarily, and also, that doesn't mean that you have to stop watching our content or making content. Fielda says, my summer job. Reptile Keepers said, this seems a little weird. Hey, we jumped in. Reptile Keepers now saying it has begun. Yes, we had started off initially. Armin saying, Ayo. Military Republic of Fielda says, sorry to ask. Leanna said, greetings, White Wind, Fielda, Evan, Serdum, Perko. Everybody said greetings. Reptile Keepers said they have great news. I'm glad to hear it. Reptile Keepers, please keep us informed. Leanna said greetings. White Wind said, my GF is staying up till 12 a.m. to talk to me on FaceTime. Congratulations. Yes, so today we've had a very long intro. I wanted to greet everybody thoroughly before we started, but we do have some exciting updates for the Empire of Aeternia, for our website, for some new introductions to a lot of different things that I want to make official videos about, which is the biggest thing I'm excited to announce. We're going to be starting back with some more high quality video content for you guys to explain a few things. That's things on the prestige system, that's things like our aristocrat board. We want to come back and define a lot of stuff for you guys, so that's going to be some content, some high quality content coming soon. But until then, I am enjoying these streams with you guys. Since last stream, we do have some updates just for our website alone, which is going to be something that kind of continues to accelerate as we move forward. Let me see here if I can get us set up on this. Boop. Okay. Let me jump over to our website here. Boom, there we go. Okay, fantastic. So, as you all can see on our website, we have our micronational world map, which we are continually updating. We have a new update to our aristocrat board, which I'm actually going to update now. Because of a recent purchase of Eternia notes, we are actually having a change in the aristocrat board in a major way. This will be a first-time event. As you all know, Matthew Freeman has been at the top of the aristocrat board since it started. Technically, we had some purchases of Eternia notes before, but Matthew, Leanna, Drew, and Steven all getting into purchasing battles ended up creating the aristocrat board and helping to develop sort of a culture around buying notes and investing in the Eternian economy. And so we wanted to show those people off and share the love that they're supporting us with. So for the longest time, Matthew has been the reigning top aristocrat on the aristocrat board, the first aristocrat, and now we are seeing a new first aristocrat. That is right. So on the Imperial market, on the Eternian Empire's website, you should be able to see a change very, very shortly that we're about to make in, because, and I'm trying to build up all this hype while the web page loads, there is a newcomer to reach the top of the board, and that is, drumroll continues as we wait for the site to load. Hey, there we go. You know who it is. You know her, you love her as a part of these streams. Leanna Taylor, congratulations on being the #1 aristocrat with 65 notes. That moves Matthew Freeman to 2nd place. And everybody else is staying in the same position. So thank you so much to Leanna for her continued support. That also means that very quickly we will be having to update our land purchase funding goal. As you can see right here, we're at $567.99 out of 10,000, and so we actually have a new update for that we need to get. But in taking into account Leanna's purchase, but that will be going up shortly. So I imagine it to be going up by about $20. So think close to 600. We are getting very, very close to 600 out of 10,000. That's nearly a tenth of our goal, and this is progressing fast. So I want to thank everybody for that. Leanna said, "Greetings, AP." White One says, "Magia for staying up to 12 a.m. Fielda says, "We used to be South Nor." Oh, interesting. What changed then? Fielda says, "And I request you take my Republic off my map, off of the map." Okay, sure. Edwin Portillo retracted their message. Reptile Keepers said the Redwoods have arrived at my house. Hey, congratulations. I'm excited. They said, "Thinking about renaming my country from Greenistan to Empire of Greenistan because I claim every small bit of land." Interesting. I respect it. White One says, "Hey, AP, could I get some sort of virtual notes? I might use all my money to buy notes." $102. You can't get virtual notes. That's one of the big things that I've been talking about on the channel. Through these live streams, I actually want to talk about it more in person. More in a future official video. So because we need a special license and granting with the United States to be able to use our currency as an actual currency, we can't send it out. So that limits us in so many ways, and I think that's one of the things that micronationalists really don't talk about because it's hard to get up to this point. But I want to make an official video on it. I want to continue our economic series talking about it. When you create a currency, you have to have some sort of reason for doing that, and the United States government has to clear that. So there are a couple different ways you can go about getting that done, but for us we need a particular type of license. So we need to get that license. We need to be able to have that set up for us and established with the right protections in place so that we can operate with this as a currency and have that traded back and forth both online and in a physical currency form. And that's some stuff, again, we can talk about more in the future, but we can't do digital notes right now. The benefit of the notes that we have at the moment is that you can use those to invest in our economy. So the amount that we need to be able to get this licensing, I need to check into, but I'm assuming right now is going to be about $4,000 or $5,000, everything involved. I think the actual licensing and filing fees are going to be around $1,000 total, and then getting a bond for the amount of money that we would require for insurance for us doing that sort of monetary exchange is like $3,000 or $4,000. So we really need to weigh that out and figure out how we're going to proceed in making sure that we have the investment capital for that. But once we do, that unlocks the ability for us to use the imperial note as a full-fledged currency, so that once you have invested in these imperial notes, you can invest in these now, and then you can't, as of right now, it's not able to be returned as a currency. But once we have that license, once we have that proper setup, then you could. Then the things that are available on our website, you would be able to go in and purchase using your Imperial notes. So that is the exciting thing about that, and I can't wait to be able to unveil that in a further way once we are able to get that license. But for right now, if you do choose to invest in Imperial notes, that would, one, blow up the aristocrat board. You would immediately become first aristocrat if you bought $102 worth of notes. But secondly, the other thing that would do is that would move us a lot further toward getting that license that we need, and also being able to start using the Imperial notes as a currency. So that's one of our goals in between now and land, which is something that I want to start talking about as well. The land purchase, and finally talking about, okay, realistically, how many days till the land purchase? How long is it till we actually have land that we can walk around on and claim our own and have citizens on? This is one of those in-between steps. That's a big goal. That's something that we're moving out toward, but we have a realistic path toward, and this is one of those larger stepping stones to get there, is trying to use our currency as a full-fledged currency and do that completely legally. So that's what we're looking into, and that's what we're trying to develop. If you want to still purchase those notes, though, it does help us to move forward with that quickly, which makes the notes become worth more. It's not good for our economy if we have this currency that people can invest in, but then cannot use, cannot circulate. Because if you do that, eventually people will have a lot of this currency, but will not find it worth enough, and therefore won't be able to have a use for it. You don't want to just keep stacking stuff infinitely. You would want to be able to circulate that in a system. And so that is what we're hoping to do, and that's what we believe is in the best interest of those who have supported us. Leanna said, Eternia forever. Hey, Eternia forever, Leanna. Thank you so much. So I hope somebody will do an interview of you soon, because I am very, very excited about that. Or at least have you answer some questions for us about how it feels to be first aristocrat. Military Republic of Fielda says, long live Eternia. Thank you so much, Military Republic of Fielda. Leanna says, I feel like, quote, Queen of the South, LOL. I appreciate it. You definitely should. You finally achieved this great thing. We knew you were climbing up toward it too, is the thing that got us. Because you could see where you came in at, I think, 4th place was where you started out. And then pretty quickly you went, ooh, and then caught right up behind Matt. And then it was between you and Matt. Matt bought a little bit more, and then you bought a little bit more, and then now you just passed him up. So let's see if Matt's going to have a retaliation, or if he will allow Leanna to hold her spot. Percal says hello. Percal says greetings from Kingdom of Percal. Greetings, Percal. Reptile Keeper says, fun fact, you need to burn redwoods every couple of years, so now I have an excuse to burn things. That's great, but at least it'll help to prevent forest fires and keep your tree healthy. White One says, how expensive is that license exactly? White One says, my friend is giving me payments on my old dirt bike, which I get $100 for 10 months, which equals $1,000. Congratulations, White One. Yeah, that is very, very cool. I was going to say, first off, congratulations. That's awesome. I'm glad you are finding something that you can invest in, and also that makes that return on you. Return for you, excuse me. That's really cool. I hope they enjoy your dirt bike. I hope you enjoy that you're getting money for that, and I hope you put it to good use. Fielda says, right now things are going terrible with my Discord server. I'm sorry to hear that. But I am interested to hear if there's some way that we can help, or if there's some advice that we can give as well. If you always want to join our Discord server, we're trying to keep some issues down all the time as well. But it's one of those things where there is some just moderation that takes. There is some, trying to build a community that is positive and that is quick to point out people who are doing things weird. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool to be able to join communities that ultimately work out for the best, and that become happy places to live and interact. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do right now. I want to figure out what our stuff is. Give me 1 second, guys, while we hang out here on the site. I am actually going to use this time to calculate for us what our new numbers should be. Let's see here. Okay, so officially, for our Imperial market, out of 28 sales that we have made, we have ultimately come out with $400 revenue. Fantastic. So $400 plus our Patreon. And its final total coming out to be $182.99. $82.99. Yep, so we now have $582.99, which is the official, goodness, official count for us. So let's see if we can change that real quick. 82 instead of 62. Nope. There we go, just like that. And then I will go into there. And I will update it. There we go. And then save. And publish. Fantastic. So this site should now have the correct information that we are now $582.99 out of $10,000 for our land purchase goal in our treasury. And as well, we have the aristocrat board with Leanna Taylor at 65 notes as our first aristocrat. Fantastic. So Whiteman says, AP, I'm spending $500 to $600 on notes in the future. Well, then you will be severely passing up all of our other candidates for the aristocrat board and will be helping us a long way toward our goals. So if you do that, thank you so much. That would be an honor, and I am glad to be able to facilitate that for you. Leanna says, I don't like to do interviews. However, I have no problem answering questions on forums. Yeah, we could absolutely do something like that, where it gives you a way to answer the questions that people may be wanting to know, but don't necessarily have to do an in-person interview. Reptile Keeper says, Greenistan knowing how to make a nuke but can't because the UN said no. Angry noises. Oh, goodness. Well, I believe in you. But just, yeah, being no nuke Greenistan is the happiest Greenistan, I believe. Nukes, you shouldn't do it. White One says, Reptile, don't worry, I could end up making a replica of Tsar Bomb. Y'all stop trying to make nukes. Not cool. They're not good. They don't help. So, yeah, we have the site published. Everything should be up, but I want to double check it. Let me see. Boo-doo-doo. And there we go. That's awesome. Okay. $582.99. Yep. Okay, that's us. Yep. And we have everything set up. Perfect. And now we have 8 members on our aristocrat board. I think we're gonna go to 10 and probably stop there, but we will see. Wayman says, also I will be the first sovereign micronation from the other in first place on the board. That's also true. They would be the first foreign first aristocrat. That would be crazy. Darren said King of Highguard is watching. Welcome, Darren. It's good to have you. Procol says hashtag anti-nukes. LOL. Yes, you should be hashtag anti-nukes. Thank you, Procol. Don't be pro-nuke. It's not a good stance. Unless you're talking about like quickly warming something up in the microwave, then you can be pro-nuke. But other than that, don't be pro-nuke. As always, you guys know about the Guide of Foundation Principles and stuff that we've talked about. That lets you get to know a bit about Eternia and what we're doing, and the ideas behind how we're moving forward. So if you want to know more about us and kind of what we're up to, you can go to eternianempire.wixsite.com/Imperial Market and download that and read about us, because it helps a lot when people really understand where we're going and what we're trying to do. I thought something that might be kind of interesting to do on the stream is to check out some different applications that people have done for our alliances. So we have on our website, I will show you all here if I can get to it. There we go. On our website, we have this Alliances tab, which if you click on it, asks you to fill out this proposal form, this button right here, which you can do if you want to have a chance at becoming an ally of the Empire of Aeternia. And so now we have a lot of responses on that, and I have wanted to cover that as a topic on the stream for a long time now. So I want to go through just some of the responses that we have, and kind of what people have been doing, and how their micronations have been developing, who have filled out this response form. So let me see here. Can I sort the responses based on... Okay. Let me see if I can go to 64. So far there have been 64 that have been filled. So far that have been filled out. So this is one of the things. The things that we primarily ask, of course, the name of your micronation, the title that you go by, the sort of government that you might have, and where you're located. This is really particularly interesting because the People's Republic of Aeternia filled this one out, which is an Italian micronation. So one thing that's very promising, they show they have 18 citizens in their micronation, which when you think about amounts of citizens, there will be some micronations who talk about we have 1,000 citizens or something like that, or we have 500 citizens or whatever, and that's incredible numbers. But if those 500 citizens aren't doing a ton for you, if your micronation is fairly underdeveloped with 500 citizens, then it may be important to reevaluate how you look at citizenship, and what citizens are required to do to stay citizens. So that's something to think about as well. Ooh, they said that their micronation covers more than 1 acre but less than 5 acres, so that's pretty cool. Their economic description, they said they could trade potatoes, tomatoes, cabbages, and topinamber. I'm not sure what that is, but I will have to look it up. That's interesting. It seems like primarily agriculture based. They wish for friendship and cultural elevation from an alliance with us. That's fantastic. And yeah, that was it. So one of the big things that helps with for us is to sort of understand where different micronations are coming from, why they're doing what they're doing, and what their motivations are. Because when you want to apply for an alliance with someone, when you want to work together with another nation, it's really important that you both think about, is this an alliance that would actually benefit me? Is this something that would give my nation the best time and effort for our own resources, or that we could put the best time and effort in for those resources, for the resources of another nation. So really look at those needs, and look at short-term versus long-term needs. See how you think this will develop over time. That's why our forum is set up the way it is. That's why we've worked so hard to develop and kind of craft the language of it, and we will continue to be in the future. Let me answer a few different comments here. We have White One says nuclear warfare, JK. Prakal says LOL. Darren says I've spent $1,500 on high ground equipment so far and counting. Fantastic, Darren. It's great to hear that. Prakal said wow. Leanna said the major problem with making nukes other than the government restrictions is the melting of beryllium. Beryllium melts at 25,000 degrees Fahrenheit. And that is very, very impressive. Prakal says I only send 49 New Zealand dollars on per call. Interesting. But still, that's impressive. Frog Sauce says, hey, what's up? How are you? Orangutanism is gaming. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Frog Sauce. It's good to see you. It's good to hear from you. We haven't heard from you, I think, in a stream or two, maybe. White One says, Richard, or Leanna, that heat is nothing when you can heat metal into lava. No, I do think that. Because actually, there are other metals which melt at a lower melting point. So yeah, that is a tough metal actually, beryllium. That's interesting. Bernonium says hello. Darren says sorry if I could get nukes and keep them secure. Oh yeah, I'd have nukes. Don't have new. That's bad. That's just, why would you do that? That's silly. Vernonium says, right now I'm making my own camouflage pattern. That's very cool. I'm curious to see how it works out and what you use it for. Yeah. So that's where we're at right now with all of our development, with all of our alliances and everything like that. One of the biggest things, we have Altera. Ooh, they have 489 citizens. See, these are the things where it's like, okay, but they have more than 10 acres too, so they have a big, big place. Interesting. I'm very interested in a lot of these because a lot of the alliances are... Okay, there we go. I guess one of the things that I haven't asked in the alliance forum, that's one of the things that I need to learn about. One of the things that I haven't been asking in the alliance forum that I should be is whether or not you all will be willing to make content for the Empire of Aeternia in exchange for an alliance, because that's what we want. We want somebody who can regularly create content for our channel and help us to produce better and better for the wider range audience we're getting. So if a nation could regularly supply us with content, that would be fantastic, and we would definitely support it. Fielda says good night. Have a good night, Fielda. Thank you so much for helping us out, and thank you for working with us. Vernonium says, right now I'm making my own camouflage. Darren said, well, if you're interested in an alliance, if any type, economic, whatever, just contact me at... I appreciate that. Yes, we can definitely contact you, Darren. Also, what would you be able to provide something for us? Like we said, you can always fill out this alliance form if you would like. It's on our website, eternianempire.wixsite.com /the Imperial Market, and you can click this alliance form. As well, if you have filled out an alliance form, or if you would like to continue to discuss what we can work on for an alliance, would you be able to create content for us? That is one of the biggest things that we are looking for. So somebody who would be willing to create consistent long-term content for us would be a big, big win in terms of trying to create an alliance between the two of us. Fielda said, goodnight. Frog Sauce said, hey P, did you see the images in Discord chat that show the orangutan god? That's interesting. I might have seen pictures of an orangutan. I tell you what, I need to go back and look at it just to be sure, because I'm not certain. But maybe I did and I just passed them up. I didn't read them. But yes, I feel like I did. I didn't get the context, so I need to go back and truly understand the origins of orangutans in front of it. But I will be doing that at some point soon, I'm sure. Like I said, one of the things that I'm trying to do right now is to get out some videos to you guys, so that is going to take up a little bit of my time, but yes, I will try and stay on the Discord and get as much stuff done with that as I can. One of the other updates that I wanted to give for the website is we have updates for our government. Woo! So I wanted to show you all that we have in our government tiers right now. On our homepage, we didn't have a nice government tab set up. So we've tried to improve that. Here you can see the emperorship, and you can see some art that was done by our own press noble Nathan. So he's in the House of Others, actually. I want to get him to continue to make art for us so that we can move down the government and show different people's portraits. So this is mine right up top in the emperorship. Then we have the houses that are under me, and we have the, first off, brand new symbol for the House of Treasure. We actually have not had Master Stephen Vince in the House of Treasure to be able to approve this for us for a minute. But I have been excited to talk to Master Stephen Vince when he is able to. He is the head of the House of Treasure, and right now we have a temporary logo that will be in place until he gets back and we can fully finalize one. But what this logo has in mind for it is actually our arc furnace, which is the thing that creates and helps to improve the wealth of our nation. Part of the birth of the wealth of our nation being displayed there. So as you can see, these are this is for the arc furnace. If you can imagine, these are the 2 carbon rods that we stick in. And this would be, if you could see, the opening of the furnace, and of course the yellow heat generated off of that, and that being the setup. It also kind of looks like a coin if you look at it. So we were thinking that's kind of a unique look for a symbol for it, and that's the one that's going on right now. So we have that symbol for the House of Treasure. We have, of course, the owl symbol, the flipped upside down symbol for the House of Others, for the Eternia symbol. Both of these actually modifications of the Eternia symbol. So that's something that I have been super hype about myself, and I think is cool to see coming out in the creativity and the culture of our nation, is that we can take this thing that's becoming more and more important to people and becoming more and more rich and developed, and showing how that has affected our growth and our the unique state that we're in. So we have, of course, some art of Master Grey Mare right here. He is the master of the House of Others, and of course we need some art of Master Stephen Vince for the House of Treasure, and then of course we would love to put some art of our very first noble. If many of you don't know, we call him Press Noble Nathan, or Nathan, the press noble from the House of Others, but he actually is the first noble ever in the Empire of Aeternia's history, so that should be something to mark down as well. It's very important. Nathan has been a wonderful part of our government and has been a big part in helping us to grow and helping us to formalize a lot of things. He's the one who's made this art. He's the one who made the Eternian show, so thank you so much to Nathan for helping us out and for being a part of this. Elijah said, "Gotta go, it's getting late. I enjoyed hanging out. Bye to all." Bye, Elijah. It was good to see you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Frog said, "Weapons more like bad. I'd get a piano and just start playing it like a boss." There you go, Frog. You see, you are having the good-natured spirit of an Eternian. You are finding the best ways to take a situation and to show your own beauty and your own creativity in it. So I appreciate that. Whiteman says, "AP, are we allied or no? Because I'm kind of confused. Or have you not updated the alliances of Eternia?" No, we have not come up with an alliance yet, Whitewind. I got your alliance form, like I said, and I'm interested and I'm excited in what you have to offer. But as of yet, I don't feel like we have come up with a solid agreement for alliance. I feel like right now, the thing that you proposed initially isn't feasible for us. So I would love to do something, but I feel like we have a limited range of what we can do right now. So if you have some other ideas, I would be open to that. As of right now, the biggest thing I would think of would be content for you to help make for the channel that could get us a quick alliance. As things start to develop and as things open up, especially once we get our the license that we need when we get our money transmitters license. When we get our money transmitters license, we can move forward with some of the ideas that you were talking about potentially. But as of right now, it's just not feasible for us, especially because of the cost that would be involved in shipping like metal items and stuff. So right now we would want to start small. We would want to start with something that we know is a surefire bet, and see where that could grow us. We generally are very low risk when it comes to our alliances, so we want to make sure that we have something completely stable and that is a surefire thing before we start off in an alliance, because we want it to be something long term. If we get an alliance, we hope for that to be benefiting us years down the line, and that's just how we have to look at it. So I am very excited about that. Whitewind says, "I could do content. I'm not so good though." That's all right. Could you tell us about what you might be interested in? You can email back and forth and we can talk about it. If you have any preferences or any things that you would be interested in with creating content, I would be excited about that. As well, we can continue to figure things out. I don't want to say that content is the only option, because it doesn't have to be. In my own thinking, there's a narrow range that we could do without one of us taking a large monetary risk in trying to do this cycle of things, like something gets lost in the mail or something gets I feel like there are a number of risks to be involved with trading things over the mail at the moment. Lana says, greetings, Darren, Frog, Panonium, and Elijah. Darren says, same reason as Israel and North Korea, self-preservation. Interesting. Leanna said, greetings, Reptile. White Wind says, I could do content, I'm not so good though. I believe in you. Leanna said, funny thing about orangutans, if you listen to their vocalizations and listen to Bigfoot vocalizations, they sound the same. Yeah, absolutely. So you can 100% tell that people who are pranking about Bigfoot, they know those orangutan noises. They got them. They said, ooh, that would be a unique sound for our Bigfoot impersonation. Frogsauce says, orangutan god makes noises in the forest. That's interesting. Ooh, so do you think that people initially heard an orangutan and was like, it's Bigfoot, it's gotta be Bigfoot? Or if somebody one time lost an orangutan in the forest and people just, or just lived there for some reason, and then people were like, oh, it's Bigfoot, is it a whole thing? There's now a Bigfoot in our forest, instead of figuring out that it's alright. What? I guess if you're far enough away, you may not be able to figure it out in time, but still, that's crazy to think about. Where urban legends and stuff come from. Brickell said, okay. White One says, I don't feel comfortable releasing what my voice sounds like, so maybe I could do Discord message interviews. See, because the whole thing is, like, in order for us to be able to get benefit from it, we would want to put in, like, as little work as possible, so we could, like, advertise it. The whole thing that we would want to do is get, like, a finished product. So you wouldn't necessarily have to do your voice at all. Just, like, can you edit videos, you know what I mean? You can do, like, people do, like, slideshow type videos where they have, like, a computer voice talk and, like, play music in the background. I would just ask that you be creative, you know? Some people do, like, gaming content, like, they'll show a game happening and they'll, like, talk about something. And you could do that with potentially text-to-speech if you wanted, but that's what I would recommend, is just try to come up with some content that you feel like would be good. Because if we have to take the time out to, like, take the messages and then, like, cut the messages up and edit the messages and then use the messages to do a thing and then upload that, it's so much time out for us that we might as well just make the content ourselves and do something that way. So we really want to try to make sure that it's something that we can, like, take as a final product from you and put online, and that way we can start to generate profit from it without really having to worry about going, like, and taking time out to do those edits and things. Orangutans, Percal says, orangutans are orange and orang is the start of orangutan. Agreed. Darren says, I don't know how to do content, sorry, but I'm sure there will be ways Highguard and Eternia can mutually aid each other in due time. I agree with that, I hope so. Frogsauce says, in the way of the orangutan god. Frogsauce says, also, AP, have you heard the story of how orangutan god reached godhood? I did not, but I would be interested in that story. That's an interesting one. I'd be curious. White One says, Sight, I'm gonna go with what I'm best at, gaming. Interesting, okay. Makes sense. Yeah. Very cool. White One says, alright, okay, very cool. Yeah, I would appreciate that, but please do, like, also hit up a thing, you know what I mean? I would say don't just put up, like, gaming content. Like if it was nothing but, like, a game, I feel like I'd be thrown. But we'll see. Again, like we'll have to check it out. I wouldn't say just the submission of, like, content would be, like, enough. We need to, like, see the content and talk about, like, okay, this is good, and I'm gonna, like, update this, and then it'll, like, mean that we're in an alliance. But I'd like to be able to, like, see what the content is before I say yes or no to an alliance. Like, if I put something on there and we've, like, talked about it and agreed to it first, then yes, we will absolutely have an alliance and can start moving forward with you creating more content for us for that alliance. But before that, I'd love to see, like, an initial product and then, like, make the decision from there. Lana said, nah, Bigfoot is real. There's too much historical references for it not to be. Besides, Bigfoot has been around the world, even places where primates don't exist. Very interesting. Frogsauce said basically the world was godless. He found a rock and he used the rock. And then he became a god. White Wind says rock made spark. Frogsauce said boom. That's interesting. White Wind says boom goes fire. Frogsauce said he's so powerful. Ooh, I respect that. Interesting. That's pretty cool. They talk about the idea in the Bible of like, at first there was nothing, and then God made light or whatever. Maybe light made light by like hit the like White One said, rock made spark. I appreciate it. That's very cool. Um, White One said yes. Yeah, very cool. I appreciate it. Also, I would love to have that in like a book one day. I think that would be interesting. To see the development of the culture of the orangutan religion, orangutanism, and to see how that develops for you guys, I guess. That was really cool. I respect it a lot. It is interesting to see like that and like conlangs and stuff like how people take their versions of things and run with it, and how that works for them. But yeah, I'm excited about how we're moving forward. It is what's getting me right now, because with the summer coming up, which is the whole point of this video, the big thing that I want to talk about, with the summer coming up, we are trying to slowly but surely get ourselves up to a particular standard. There are certain things that within our government, within the empire itself, we have wanted to move toward. We've had these dreams of, oh, well, everything would be so much easier if only we could do this. But at the time, we've always felt like we're in this transitionary period. Like, oh, well, we're so close to this goal, we just need to be able to push through with whatever we can so that we can get to this point. Oh, we only need to push through so we can get to this point. Oh, we just need to like make it work and make it work and make it work. But now we're finally in a position where this summer I'm not taking classes, so I'm not as rushed. I still have stuff to do, but I can work on things along the way. And as well, we're going to have a lot of time and effort to be able to focus down on improving our internal structure as well. So there's a lot with wanting to develop our calendar and continue forward with that, like I've told you all about in the past. Making sure that we have regularly scheduled meetings, regularly scheduled live streams, or particular video drops. Those are all things that we want to be able to start to have and to move forward with. But when we do that, we have to ensure that we're able to do it in a reasonable way, in a way that will be comfortable and natural for the people that we're working with already, as well as when we open up to more things and more people. We want it to work on the scale that it does now, the size that we are now, so when we grow, it's not even more of a struggle every time we're continuing to grow. So yeah, that's the idea. Part of that is, like I said, videos coming out that are going to clarify things, that are going to update some of our positions, like on the prestige system, like you guys have been asking about. Talking more about our Etsy and kind of what we're doing with that, talking about our land purchase, talking about the things we need to do in between that, talking about our economics. All of that will come in due time. But we're continuing to move forward with how we're growing. Leanna said, wait, is Thanos God? Frog says, ooh. White One says, White One's main religion is changing to Christianity / orangutanism. Hey, respectable. Fox and Sauce said, let's go. Prakal says, why is the chat delay? It's just my internet, or does it take time to pop up in the chat on the stream video, not the sidebar? Yeah, it does just take time. So for me, there is a delay, and I'm sorry about that. As well, I believe there's a delay for you guys. So the chat will go up and move, and then I'll come in afterward. Prakal says F. White One says, Prakal, it's a 30-second delay or so. Prakal says, okay. Yeah, absolutely. So that's what we're trying to move forward with, is hoping to. Real quick, we have Prakal with another one. Said, what did you use to make your website, and how much did it cost? So our website was made with Wix, and it hasn't cost us anything so far. We've just developed it from scratch. We started up, and we've been working on it for a minute. But yeah, we are with Wix right now, and it's pretty good. I like it. It's gotten a solid product for us. And yeah, I feel like part of some of our, we don't have any FAQs. Oh, wait, do we? What is a microname? A micronation self-declared and you do not recognize the SC. Ooh, we do have an FAQ. What type of government attorney? means all ruling validated under the Emperor. However, Eternia is also infused with democratic ideas, allowing people to be heard and represented, but still flexible enough to ensure speedy bureaucratic decisions. Yep, how can I become a citizen of Eternia? Join the Eternian Discord for more information, donate to the Empire's Patreon, supports ideals, or remain active involved in the channel and the Discord. Yeah! We also have, is the Empire open to alliances? The Empire of Aeternia, first and foremost, is a realist micronation and thus pursues alliances with such a mindset. Therefore, we only seek and consider micronational alliances which offer direct economic and financial gain for both parties involved, such as trade opportunities. And finally, where can I learn more about the Empire of Aeternia? You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and learn more about us in general. And about micronations in general. Very cool. Yeah, we have our FAQ forum. We actually are about to start launching our Quest forum, which we talked about a little bit. We've actually had a big jump in the number of users on our website, people who've actually made accounts and stuff on our website, because we've been talking more and more about the Quest system, and specifically for this, the Quest forum. I might end up calling that the Quest queue, but yes, the Quest forum right now is the way that we will have people start to look for active quests within our community. Right now we don't have any set up because we want to make sure that we have proper licensing created, proper agreements created with different people who want to join in and become a part of the quest system. So that's going to be something that we have to develop on our own, but that's just paperwork that's coming along to make sure that we have the right development in mind and concept in mind when it comes to that. So that's what we're working with. The biggest problem right now is, again, the lack of a way to ensure connection between these groups. So we want to be able to integrate the Imperial Note into our quest system to fully launch the quest system. Now, we're going to come out pretty quickly with a partial launch, which will be for a select number of micronations that we talk to and get things developed with. But that partial launch is going to be based on a barter system where we're actually going to have nations trade with each other and interact and start to build this community up. To be more engaged and actively looking at quests on our website, but the point of that will be to minimize it when it comes to standards. We're going to pick nations that we're comfortable with, that we know are going to work well, because we won't have everything fully fleshed out. When we get to our full launch, that will be when we have our money transmitters license. That'll be when we have everything set up so that you can go online, you can use our Imperial Notes so that you can actually purchase things and move forward there. So we want our quest system to eventually involve only the use of notes and to have people trade notes back and forth. For both the creation of quests and for the acceptance of a quest, for the completion of a quest, for you to be able to earn notes that way. That way, you know, people don't have to worry about, oh, well, this person didn't send me this person didn't do this, whatever. It'll all be streamlined through us at that point, so that we can, whenever somebody completes a task and they both agree that the task is complete, we can just move notes from one person to the other and make sure that that gets sent appropriately. But until then, we are going to be actively trying to develop as we can in the stages that we can. Percall said, okay, thanks. White one said free and Wix. White one said BRB. Darren Weber says, Wix is where I plan to do Highguard's website. My Kingdom of Highguard domain is per recommendation of my chief of technology. I learned how to use both the domain and the website. Congratulations. Leanna says, I'm in the middle of some serious legal writing. These streams are a welcome break from the heavy thinking. Ooh, I am glad to hear. Also, Leanna, what are you writing? I'm very curious as well. Do you know much about the law? I'm curious to hear more about what you're writing and hopefully to see if that can help us at all. I would be very excited to know about some of the information, especially because we're just getting into more and more that deals with, you know, trying to develop legal documentation, you know, things that are helpful to our micronation and keeping it up to a standard. You heading in your room? What you drinking, Keaton? Wait, Pip. What you drinking? Is it working? Oh, it's Sundrop. Tiff's drinking Sundrop. Yeah, let me see. But yeah, I would appreciate that. I would appreciate an update on that. As well, Tiff actually isn't feeling good tonight. Leanna, I know you would have loved to see Tiff, but Tiff is not feeling too good tonight. She's actually going to lay down because we have a big day tomorrow. We're going to see your mom for Mother's Day, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on for us. Right, recently we've been pretty busy, so yeah, I am actually about to send out Leanna's stuff soon, which is why I just updated the Aristocrat board. I am so excited to have this sent out to her. Because yeah, we're like on the cusp of 600. Once we hit 600, we're less than 500 away. We're 6/10 of the way to 1,000. 1,000 is 1/10 of the way. We're over a 20th of the way now. We are over a 20th of the way, and that is incredible to think about. Pretty soon, we're just going to be 1/10 of the way, then 1/5 of the way, 1/4 of the way, 1/2 of the way. This is going to be something that's incredible, especially as we ramp up. We will be purchasing things, so there will be things like our money transmitters license that may be a part of that we look into, and how we're going to try and develop that. But this is something that will grow with us. This will develop with us. So I hope that number, that land purchase number, as we can see, that little bar over here, I hope that accelerates. Not just that we continue to grow it, but that actually the frequency at which it grows increases as well. So that's the idea. That's the hope. But that's something that we're planning to invest in. But that's something that will help us in later stages. Whitewind says back. Glad to see you, Whitewind. Thank you. Darren said, well, Highguard is a dichotomous realm. Very interesting. Whitewind says, okay, so I'm going to make a Beat Saber video and my GF isn't acting right, so sorry if I'm now inactive. That's alright. I hope everything's okay. Also, that sounds pretty cool. The only thing that's difficult about that, Beat Saber is with copyrighted music, and we can't have any copyrighted music. So I would say that's cool, but also we would have to do it with different music. Can you customize the music that you do on Beat Saber? You could use something that's non-copyright. That'd be interesting. Leanna says, I took a correspondence class to be a paralegal. I'm writing a constitutional argument on the Second Amendment to show proof of what it really means. That's very cool. Also, congrats on working toward being a paralegal. That's a great goal, and I am excited to see you reach that. We would definitely need paralegals in the Empire of Aeternia, especially having someone so qualified and so dedicated as yourself. So. I am excited to see what you learn. I know that's going to be a big help to the Empire of Aeternia, and I hope to learn. I hope to learn something from it. Pricall said, "Damn copyright." Yep, exactly. That is something that sucks. I really want to be able to continue with doing even crazier stuff. I love to dance to some of the songs that I like. Tiffany and I listen to the radio all the time in the car, or we'll play Pandora or something. One of us will play music from our phone, and I love to dance. There's so many songs that I think it'd be funny to just have a dance to, to start a video or something, but I can't do it. Copyright songs. I could dance to free for profit music, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Just some guy with without blue hair said, can a 2003 Suzuki Vitara serve as land for my Finboy/role reversal micronation? That's particularly interesting as a question. Just some guy without blue hair, that is a fantastic question. I would say That seems totally possible. Yes, absolutely. Just some guy without blue hair. Thank you very much for joining the stream as well. If you like the stream, I definitely recommend subscribing. Yes, I think a car can serve as the land for your nation. I would say to decide on how much your nation is geared toward realism versus fantasy as well. Because if it is geared toward realism, I would say start with your car, have that as the down, the initial investment, but then start to develop, say, okay, from this car, I'm going to continue to work and continue to save, and my next goal is an apartment, and then the apartment is that land, and then you save up a little bit more, and then you say, okay, well, the next one is, a house, and that's going to be it, or, I rented a space, an office space, downtown, and that's my land. I would say, if you're a realist, start there, continue to grow. If you're fantasy, do that, and that can be the whole thing. That could be the entire setup and checklist mark that you need to continue down the list of fully developing the concept for your nation. Darren says, on the one hand, there will be the real stuff, like production of coins and collectibles and novelties, making with charitable works for tourism and poverty assistance. Interesting. Vernonium says, I have finished my prototype camouflage pattern. Hey, I'm glad to see it. Leona said, give my love to Tiffany. Anyway, maybe it'll help her feel a little bit better. Oh, absolutely, I sure will. Once the stream's over, I'm going to personally go in there and I'll tell her for you, I assure you. Just some guy with blue hair says, my parents Suzuki Vitara. Yeah, I definitely think that's possible. Truto says, hello, AP. Hello, Truto, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you on a stream. Leona said, greetings, Truto. Frogs and Sauce said, what should be some stories of orangutanism? I would say what would be really interesting, I know orangutanism is something that is based around, the orangutan god and kind of this meme, but I would be really thrown if you actually read a book on orangutanism and it starts off with that, and then the stories are just real life stories, like real interesting stories from real people who've gone through like some serious experience and came out with that with a, some sort of life-changing revelation, some sort of moral to the story that's really intense and impactful. It'd be cool if you had orangutanism and it's like, oh yeah, the orangutan, he banged sick, and then ooh, and all that as this like crazy origin story, and then you go, and so then we're talking about James, and James, he was one day walking down the street, somebody stole a Snickers bar, and he was like, don't do it, don't steal my Snickers bar, and there's a whole interaction. James didn't end up happy in the end, but he ended up giving away a Snickers bar because you realize, this is so little for me, but it was so much for that person. James is the orangutan religion based off the story of the wandering Snickers bar. That could be a whole thing. It'd be cool to have like real interesting stories that you hear from other people in your life and write them down, even if it doesn't have their real name in it. That would be a crazy idea. I think people wouldn't expect it, and I think it would get a lot of interest for sure for your religion. Just some guy says, says, I have my own room. There you go. That's a great step up, especially because the car is your parents' car, but the room is your room. I mean, it may be owned by them, but you can start there. That's something that's been gifted to you, and then when you get a car one day, you can say, okay, now the car is actually mine. It may be in my name. So, now I have this car that I can use as that, and you continue to move forward. Darren says, on the other hand, will be stuff like mock warfare with RC model warships, tanks, etc., and annexing as many defunct micronations as I can. Congratulations. Trudeau says, I'm so happy it's going to be 25C. Ooh, congrats. Tomorrow? Are you like hype about the weather tomorrow? Frogs and Sauce says, like how the Bible has giant floods. Makes sense, yeah. That's interesting. Pug said, hello Pug, how are you? Waitman says, I'm gonna play the non-copyright part of the music part. I'm gonna play the non-copyright part of the music. Oh, okay, interesting. I would love to see. Leona said, AP, here's an idea for the national anthem of Eternia, Bwomp by Mushroom Head. That's interesting. We actually already have a national anthem, Leona. If you haven't heard it, it is up here. It's at the top of our website, actually. It's home. We're finally falling, I believe is the name. No, it's We're Finally Home. Oh, what is it? Goodness. Hold on. We're Finally Landing. There's a song by Home called We're Finally Landing, and that is the song. That is our national anthem. Prakal says, how can I grow? That's a great question. I would love to answer that. I would recommend you start off by watching our Micronational Economics series. We have a whole series talking about micronations and what their economies can be, what they can do, how they can develop in base stages. We're going to continue that series and give it for a more updated, more advanced version for what we have gone through as a nation. So if you're interested in being ready and able to take on that second half, that more advanced chapter of our Micronational Economics series, I recommend you start at the beginning, watch all of them, see what you think, and continue to design your nation around that. So that way, once we get into these new series, this advanced series, you will be able to build from where you started. Pug says hello. Hello, Pug. Leona said greetings, Pug. Pug says greetings. Trudeau says it's going to be warm today. Leona says another idea for orangutanism would be to show how orangutans are human and humans are alike, like how we learn from experience. Absolutely. I think that'd be interesting. Vernon says I'll post the camouflage pattern in the Discord. Frogs and Sauce says orangutans are funky. Trudeau says I don't think they make up supernatural things in orangutanism unless people experience them. Makes sense. Frogs and Sauce says they're usually solitary animals, except for the mother and child. Interesting. Leona says maybe it could be the march for the Eternian Defense Force. Maybe so. I would say the thing that's interesting is, again, ooh, interesting. Yeah, I could see it. I want to look up the song though. I am interested in the song. What is it? Womp by Mushroom Head. I will have to look it up. Is it intense? Like, does it seem like something that would be for like a military type march song? I'm curious as to what Leona's music tastes are. I'm getting hyped. I wanna check it out. Okay, and as well, let me see if I can change us off of this Free for Profit song to another one, so we can hang out tonight and get jamming. As well, our watch time continually going up. I wanted to make sure that everybody knew we are doing well as far as watch time. We are actually, if we continue to accelerate like we are with our subscribers and with our watch time, we are probably going to be hitting our marks for both subscribers and for our daily average subscribers and for our full watch time for monetization, hopefully within a few months or so. Like, I'm really crossing my fingers. I think we can do it if we just keep going. That's been one of the biggest things, is trying to figure out how we take our content to the next level. I think a big part of that is honestly going to be consistency for us. But we're going to be out there continuing to do it, continuing to grind, and right now streaming for you guys, trying to show you what we're doing in the meantime. One of the things that I'm most excited about, I won't show off the one that we have right here, but I am excited to be showing that we are sending out our citizenship licenses, physical citizenship licenses. So if you guys are interested in getting the foreign dignitaries license or the sovereignty license as well, or even another citizenship license, if you guys are interested in becoming a citizen, getting your own physical citizenship license, definitely consider becoming a citizen of the Empire. Consider becoming a foreign dignitary with us, and consider helping us to move forward. Like I said, the quest system's about to open up, which will be a big thing for foreign dignitaries. Will also probably be a big thing for sovereigns. So look out, everybody. Frogs and Sauce said, yo, I have this song I really like, and it's a little ambient, but it would be cool if it was the Orangutan God Hymn. That sounds cool. Leona says, it's like Slipknot, but heavier. Interesting. Vernonium says, alright, I posted the camo in the concept section of the Discord. Very cool. Frogs and Sauce says, it's called An Illusion of Time, which is also in the interface series. That's pretty cool. Truto said, how much kiddos declare war on Eternia? You know it's a good amount, Truto. You're already aware. It is quite a decent amount. Ooh, interesting. King Noah of Vernonium says Vernonium Summer Block Camouflage Prototype. Yeah, you were just talking about it, and here it is. If everybody can't see it, I hope they can. We'll check it out. Let's see. This is the one. Okay, so I'll drag this over, and we will get it in there. Let's see. Look. There we go. Is that it? Nope, that's not the right one. Okay. We're gonna get it. Somehow in here. Gosh. Okay. Well, it may be impossible at the moment. Hold on, let me jump into the other. This one. There we go. Okay, now we go to Discord. Open original. There we go. Hey, there's the camouflage pattern. Fantastic. So we have Vernonium's summer camouflage pattern. That's pretty cool. I appreciate it. Percal says, how do I make an anthem? Ooh, that depends on your own country and your own interests. We can talk about that in the future. I would actually love to do a video on that. But we actually chose a song from another nation. I think that, or from another nation, from an artist, a non-copyright song. But that was our particular choice. But you can always make your own, and that's definitely a way to go. Leanna says, with me being an Eternia, nobody would stand a chance if they declared war on Eternia. Ooh, I appreciate that, Leanna. Thank you very much. And I'm excited that you are proud to be an Eternia, and that you are happy to defend us and to make sure that we continue to grow and succeed. I would say the biggest way that you help right now is, like you said, by being an Eternia and by continuing to help us, continuing to develop. So, thank you for what you do, and I know that with your education coming up and with the continued development of our economy, we will be in a really, really right position to do a lot of things that will accelerate us to the place we want to be. Trudeau says, remember people look for meme formats. Agreed. Yes, I would actually very much love to have some more memes on our Discord. We have a meme section in our Discord where people have posted some interesting stuff based around our Micronation and kind of making fun of Eternia and joking about Micronations in general. So I would say if you guys are interested in doing any of that, please do. It's very, very cool. Also, I wanted to show off, somebody made some very, very interesting art today. Manu made somebody in our Discord made some really cool art of the Empire of Aeternia and its symbol. I thought it was beautifully done. They did it very well. Very, very cool art, and I want to thank Manu for that. I would love to have that. Like that's something I would legit pay money for. That's very cool, and it's flattering too. I think it was very nicely done, and I want to share it on our Twitter. I talked to them about it. They said that I could share it on Twitter, but they weren't comfortable with Instagram. So I'm excited that everybody's getting to see it, and I'm really hyped for it. Trudeau says, remember people look for meme formats. Yeah, absolutely. And man, when people create cool stuff for us like this, I am blown away. Part of the thing, I'm excited because we have our our P.O. box finally open. So if you go down to the bottom of our homepage at the Empire of Aeternia's website, eternianempire.wixsite.com/Imperial Market, you can see here that we have our contacts going to our YouTube link first, then to eternianempire@gmail.com in case you need to contact us for some reason, and then finally to our P.O. box in Madison, Alabama, that you can go to and actually send us some packages. I would recommend that anything that you do, please send as a small package. Right now our box is, I believe, 3.5 by 5 inches, in width and length. So definitely bear that in mind, or maybe 5 by 5 by 3.5 or something like that. So please bear in mind that when you are sending packages, send like small letters, very small packages are okay, but nothing too big or bulky, please. But yeah, I'm excited to see all the things in person that we get. So whenever we have cool stuff like this, whenever we have cool stuff like the development by by Manu and his creation. It means the world to us, and it shows that off, and I can't wait to see things like that in person, that I can actually start to put behind us and create a little setup for us, for a set for the background of this show, and for the continued things that we do in the Empire. It's really nice to be able to see what our community is and how it develops over time, and to see that shown on the channel. So like I said, there is our YouTube, EterniaEmpire@gmail.com, and of course our P.O. box right there on the screen. Let me make sure that can be seen by everybody. Yeah, there we go. I will zoom in just a little bit more for everybody's viewing pleasure. There we go. Alright, let's read some of the comments here. So Darren wants us to explain our quest system. I sure will. Leanna said, per call, anthems can be free content songs, or you could get a music maker software bundle to do it yourself or hire someone to do it with you. The last one can be expensive. Right, one said, back if I FaceTimed my girlfriend and then my parents started waking up. Oh goodness, well I hope your FaceTime went well. Also, thank you so much for joining us. We're now at 9 viewers. We're building up the hype train, keeping up some of our watch time. I appreciate that. Percal said free content songs. Chito said, I'm also happy about the warm weather because we can finally start doing the wall of micronations with the Empire of Aeternia. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm excited to see it. Percal says, okay. Percal says, I will try to find copyright song and add my own words. That sounds very cool. Also, find a non-copyright song, free non-copyright song, because even the music by itself can still get you in trouble, so potentially. Truto says, Mono deserves a salute, and the salutes. Agreed, it was very cool. Frog Sauce says, hey AP, what's your opinion on Fiticus or something? A bunch of people were upset with him, and I don't know much about him other than he seems a bit rude. Frog, I'm not certain to what you're referring to. If it's something in the Discord, I guess I'll have to go back in and check at some point, but like I said, I'm not certain. Darren said, High God Treasury certificates will be backed by hard USD and silver bullion assets. I can trade soft assets. I cannot trade soft assets, but ... Chuto says, oh no, not that kid. I hate him. Ooh. Frog Sauce says, yo, I posted a funny meme about orangutans. Hey, I'd love to see it. Chito says, when we politely told him the land claim is too big, he threw a tantrum and sent death threats. Oh, goodness, I'm sorry. White One said, 8 likes. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. If you can like, it definitely helps the video. Like you saw a second ago, we got up to 9 viewers. It was crazy. Percal says, oops, non-copyright. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Darren says, I was able to produce your notes and coinage if you care to contract for such. I will be able to produce your notes and coinage if you care to contract for such. No, thank you. I appreciate that. First off, in the US, it's illegal to mint coins to use as a currency. It's just straight up federal crime, so you can't do it. I don't want to do it for the Empire of Aeternia. And as well, like I said, we already have a great way, actually. We've invested in a high-quality printer to print our notes for people, and we're actively selling those. So if you all are interested in purchasing those on our website, I recommend you do. You can actually get to that through our website here. And then as well, like I said, coinage... sorry guys, like I was saying, coinage is something that you wouldn't want to do as an actual part of a currency, but then, at least in the United States, but then what we're hoping to do is actually to create commemorative pieces for people and to create, medals and things like that. But we have our own metal forge for that, so 2 of those things, both things that we've invested in enough in our empire that they're surplus for us. We're trying to use them to create an industry, so I wouldn't, those aren't things that we need, though I appreciate it. Let's see. Yep, so we can go to the Imperial Market right here, and as you can see, we have the Owl's Mark, the Unity Medal, and our Imperial Notes, a 5-pack of them. And when you click on that, you can actually see that it pulls it straight up. Yep, there you go. And that is the setup for the Imperial Notes and what you can get with them. So yeah. Of course, we have the Unity Medal and the Owl's Mark as well. Trudeau says, It's in Discord. Oh, okay, I'll have to check it out. Frogs Sauce says also Chuto is talking about Fiticus, I think, if you didn't know. Agreed. No, I appreciate it, Frogs Sauce. I don't know. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, yep, that makes sense. Yeah, I want to learn more about it, I guess. I really don't know what the Discord situation is. Ibrahim said, hello there. Hello, Ibrahim. I hope you're doing well. And I'm excited to see you join us this afternoon. Chuto says he refused to remove Danzig and the entire Netherlands from his nation because he claims he was like some chosen human. Good for him, I guess. That doesn't make him right, you know, but okay, whatever. Leona says, I'll be ordering more notes later this month. Just heads up. Oh, thank you so much. You're about to get your notes in the mail very, very soon, and thank you so much for purchasing more. Leona's trying to keep her lead, is what I hear. Leona's trying to become steady the first on the Empire of Aeternia's aristocrat board. She's trying to hold her place as first aristocrat, and I appreciate that. She's also the first person to ever overtake a first aristocrat. She is the second first aristocrat. Kingdom of Prakal says, are the notes made of card or paper? So the notes are made of paper. One of the interesting things about that is that we've actually have a particularly unique design to our notes and the way that they're made. But that would be, again, something for a video. But yes, they are paper currency. Frogsauce says, also Goblin Pope is super cool. He does seem pretty cool. Frogsauce says he like caves of Quip. That does sound pretty cool. Also, Leona said, greetings, Ibrahim. As well, hello, Ibrahim, greetings. But yeah, so we are actively trying to pursue a lot of the things that have been talked about from earlier, you know, trying to make sure that we have a way to develop our own metals and our own, paper currency. And we're continuing to develop in the sense of trying to make that worthwhile for people and trying to ensure that we have a place for those people to develop what they want to do and how they want to do it. So we're trying to get that quest system up and running, but that's something that is taking a little bit more time because of the paperwork and everything that we have to go through with it. But yeah. Guys, if you will give me just 1 second, I'm going to go and see. I think Tiffany was trying to talk to me. But if you will give me just 1 second, I will be right back. So hang out, and I will see you soon. Hey everybody, I'm back. Salt just joined us. Hello Salt, it's good to have you. Leanna said, greetings Salt. Leanna said, no, I'm not trying to hold on to my lead, I'm trying to extend it. Ooh, there we go. Prakal said they're on both sides. Salt said yes. Vernonium said, I'd like to make plastic notes like Canada. That's very cool. Trudeau says, there was an idea briefly discussed in a government meeting last month to buy a bunch of imperial notes instead of an exchange office between notes and Q. Prakal says, why is shipping on the notes a lot? They are small and lightweight, or is it where I am in the world? It's probably where you are in the world. Yes, I would say if you can send internationally, it would be a lot more. If you, goodness. Are you on our Discord, or can you reach us by email? If you can send either one of those through our Discord or through our email, we can figure something out. If you tell me where you live, we can, where in the world approximately that you live, we can figure that out pretty quickly, and we could get some sent to you if you'd like. Leanna says, interesting, Trudeau, that would be a vote beneficial arrangement. That's interesting. Trudeau says, thing is the idea never went hot. Makes sense. Leanna said, Prakal is probably where you are. Yes, I believe it is. Prakal said he's back. I am back. Also, I do believe it's where you are in the world. Please get set up with us. Trudeau says, however, we're building this mountain cabin rental thing that will be operated by Trudeau. Congratulations. I'm excited to hear that. Leanna said postage for overseas mail can get expensive. Agreed. Then yes, please direct message me on Discord and we can try and get that figured out for you. If you want to tell me where approximately you live, I can contact the post office, ask them, how much it is to send what I'm trying to send internationally, how much you want, all that stuff. We can get figured out, and I can set up a special thing for you. But yeah. Vernonium says, I live in Vernonium. Fantastic. So I will talk to you all very, very soon. I actually need to attend to Tiffany for a second. She and I are going to start getting ready for bed and everything. So I will talk to you all very, very soon. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you all for helping to make Eternia great and to make us continue to climb up the ranks of micronationalism. It's not like we make leaps and bounds every day, but we do eventually move mountains with what we do. We are ever trekking toward greatness, and it's all thanks to you. So thank you so much. We're hoping to continue to push forward in that dream, but for the moment, thank you for supporting us. Thank you for participating as well. It's almost 12 a.m. and I want to say to everybody who hasn't heard it yet, Happy Mother's Day to Leanna. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you all. I am going to be thinking of my mother this Mother's Day as well. I have a video that I'd like to drop tomorrow, but I'm not sure if it'll come out tomorrow. That is a Mother's Day video that I'd like to do. So I will talk to you all very, very soon, and I'm excited to see what everybody's up to then. If anybody needs anything, hit me up. But have a good night, everybody. Good night, Leanna. Good night, everybody. Eternia forever. And again, congratulations to Leanna. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Hey, bye. Bye. Darren says, hi, guys. Very much a realist micronation viewer. Alright, bye. Bye.